Mastering your garden with raised beds is more than just a trend. It's a transformative approach that can revolutionize the way you grow plants, vegetables, and flowers. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, raised beds offer a host of benefits that make gardening more accessible, efficient, and enjoyable. Let's take a journey through everything you need to know to become a master of raised bed gardening, from the basics of construction to secrets for lush, productive growth. Imagine stepping into your backyard on a bright morning. Instead of bending over weedy, uneven ground, you walk along neat rows of raised beds, each brimming with vibrant, healthy plants. The soil is rich and loose, free of rocks and tightly packed clumps. Your plants look happier, and so do you. This is the magic of raised bed gardening. To begin, let's explore what raised beds are and why they are such a powerful tool for gardeners. A raised bed is simply a contained area where soil is elevated above the ground and surrounded by some kind of frame. This frame can be made from wood, stone, metal, or even recycled materials. The key is that it provides a defined space for your plants and allows you to control the quality and depth of your soil. One of the greatest advantages of raised beds is improved soil quality. Traditional garden soil is often compacted and may not drain well. With raised beds, you fill the space with a custom blend of soil, compost, and amendments tailored to your plant's needs. This leads to better drainage, fewer weeds, and healthier root systems. Plants in raised beds often grow faster and yield more because their roots have the perfect environment to thrive. Another major benefit is accessibility. Raised beds can be built to any height, making gardening easier for people of all ages and abilities. No more stooping or kneeling for hours on end. Simply reach in and tend to your plants with comfort and ease. For children, seniors, or anyone with mobility challenges, this can be a game changer. Raised beds also make it easier to organize your garden. You can dedicate different beds to different crops, rotate plantings to avoid soil-borne diseases, and even extend your growing season by adding covers or hoops. The defined borders help prevent grass and weeds from creeping in, and you can install pathways between beds for a tidy, efficient layout. Now, let's talk about how to build your own raised beds. First, choose a location that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight per day. Most vegetables and flowers need plenty of light to grow strong and healthy. Next, decide on the size and shape of your beds. A common size is 4 feet wide by 8 feet long, with a height of 12 to 18 inches. This width allows you to reach the center of the bed from either side without stepping on the soil, which helps keep it loose and aerated. When selecting materials for your raised bed frames, choose something durable and safe for gardening. Untreated cedar or redwood are popular choices because they resist rot naturally. Avoid using wood treated with chemicals that could leach into your soil. If you're looking for a more permanent structure, consider stone or brick. Metal beds are also available and can give a modern look to your garden space. Once your frame is ready, it's time to fill your raised bed with soil. This is your chance to create the perfect growing medium. Start with a base of coarse material, like sticks or straw, to improve drainage at the bottom. Then, add layers of compost, topsoil, and organic matter. A good rule of thumb is to use 1/3 compost, 1/3 topsoil, and 1/3 aerating material such as peat moss or coconut coir. Mix these together thoroughly. If you're growing specific crops, you can tailor the blend to their needs. For example, root vegetables like loose, sandy soil, while tomatoes thrive in rich, well-drained soil. With your beds constructed and filled, it's time for the most rewarding part, planting. Raised beds warm up faster in spring, allowing you to start your garden earlier than traditional ground plots. Plan your plantings carefully, considering the space each plant needs to grow. Intensive planting techniques, such as square-foot gardening, work especially well in raised beds, allowing you to maximize yield in a small area. Watering is another aspect that's easier to manage with raised beds. Because the soil drains well, you're less likely to face problems with waterlogged roots. However, raised beds can dry out more quickly, so keep an eye on soil moisture and water when needed. Drip irrigation systems or soaker hoses are excellent options for automating this task and ensuring your plants get consistent moisture. Pest control becomes simpler in raised beds as well. The defined edges act as a barrier to some crawling invaders, and you can easily install physical covers or netting to protect your crops. Crop rotation and companion planting are straightforward when each type of plant has its own designated bed, reducing the risk of disease and keeping your garden healthy year after year. As your garden grows, you'll find that raised beds make seasonal maintenance easier too. Adding compost, turning the soil, or cleaning up at the end of the season is much less daunting when you're working with contained areas. You can replenish the soil in one bed while another continues producing, keeping your garden productive throughout the year. Finally, raised beds offer endless creative possibilities. You can experiment with vertical gardening by adding trellises for climbing plants, build tiered beds for a stunning visual effect, or even install small greenhouses or cold frames to extend your growing season. The only limit is your imagination. Mastering your garden with raised beds isn't just about growing more food or flowers. It's about creating a space that reflects your vision and supports your well-being. Each bed becomes a canvas, each planting a step toward a more sustainable, beautiful, and nourishing environment. With raised beds, gardening becomes not just a chore, but a source of joy and inspiration, season after season. So whether you're dreaming of baskets overflowing with fresh vegetables, a riot of colorful flowers, or simply a peaceful retreat in your backyard, raised beds can help you achieve your gardening goals. With a little planning, creativity, and care, you'll discover that mastery isn't about perfection. It's about learning, growing, and enjoying the journey, one raised bed at a time.